Sugar Sean O'Malley. He
Uh-oh.
loses his first pro fight to Cheeto Vera. The shades of that Michael Chandler fight a couple years ago against Brent Primus when he was kicked in the calf and things got messed up. So can you break this? You've been in there. What happened there? Because I see some people saying, oh, Sean just hurt himself. I see some people not giving Cheeto credit. I see some people giving Cheeto credit. From your perspective, what happened there with that lower leg / ankle / calf?
Well, I actually I made this tweet yesterday, and I don't know, people were trying to make fun of me, but they can go F themselves.
Okay.
The calf kick wasn't Helwani. Back me up. The calf kick wasn't really a thing for a very long time in mixed martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing now. Like, how many times did you see calf kicks on Saturday night? And the answer is a crap ton. It turns out that they're very effective. It's becoming that they're more prevalent than like a regular leg kick, which would be above the knee. And now we've seen this, like you brought up, right? DJ Henry, Michael Chandler, Brent Primus, this fight. It's been very effective. I guess it kills that nerve or something. I would have thought that was fake news. You told me that before. I would have told you it was fake news, but it's a thing. It kills that nerve. It makes the guy wobble. If you watch all three of those fights, it looks the exact same. How the guy who gets kicked kind of
crazy,
rolls over.
It's almost like a delayed reaction.
Yes, it's weird, really weird.
Ever happened to you? You ever feel that?
Never happened to me. So that's why I would have told you it was fake news. But it's very clearly not. And I've never had it happen to me, so I can't comment on how it feels or anything like that. But it seems to be really, really effective.
I feel like this would be a kick that you would have thrown a lot in your career because like you don't really have like the ups with like just a nice little calf kick takes a lot less athleticism.
I can't ever recall Duke, and I was at Duke's for 6 years. I don't ever recall Duke, and this is what I'm saying. It hasn't been prevalent till now. I don't recall Duke ever teaching a calf kick, ever. We did a lot of leg kicks. We did some like foot sweeping motions where you kick a little slower, and if you see that they're blocking wrong, you sweep the foot. But I don't remember him ever teaching us to specifically target, right where they're targeting, which is kind of the lower calf.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing, say 10 years ago or 5 years ago. Like,
I wonder who started it. Or who recognized that if you kick someone in their calf, that the leg just becomes like a noodle?
Well, the other thing is it seems as though it's a little quicker to get there because you're covering a shorter distance. And it seems to be also that you don't have to throw it with nearly as much force, right? You can throw it kind of like with your lead foot as opposed to your back foot and throw it like with a little less force, and it still has the same effect. One guy I remember throwing it, and I could be told. I remember Benson Harrison throwing it, and it feels like it was a long time ago.
Back in his like WEC / UFC days.
No. I'm talking like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Something like that. It feels like he was throwing it, but I could be wrong on that. But it is a thing now. I mean, we saw it in like probably 4 or 5 fights on Saturday night. I think it's really effective. I think it's hard. It's really hard to check because obviously when you check a kick, you want to check with like your upper thigh here, but if they're kicking low, there's no way to get that upper part of your leg down there. So, and like I said, it's quicker because it's a shorter distance. It doesn't seem that you have to throw it the same force. So it seems to be like a really effective tool.
Do you agree with me when I say this? To take this victory away from Cheeto, to say that he didn't cause the injury is hogwash. Like that is completely unfair, right? He did that.
Yeah, it's crap. It's crap. Fighting's fighting. You win, you lose. Deal with it.
But it's not a freak injury. He did that to him. He kicked him, and that led to the.
Even if it was a freak, say Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman, where he checks the kick and he snaps the leg. Like, what percentage of time is the leg gonna snap? And the answer is like 0.002, right? You still can't take that away from him. It's fighting. It happens, right? When we go in the cage, we know that there's infinite amount of possibilities that can happen, and we accept the result. So no, I think you gotta give Cheeto Vera credit for sure.
What do you think of the stoppage?
I thought it was a little bit quick, but I think it was the right one, seeing as though O'Malley didn't really protest it whatsoever.
Yeah.
He wanted us to be out of there for whatever reason.
We know the reason. He was probably in a lot of pain.
Helwani, it's a fist fight.
Why is he? The guy couldn't stand.
Deal with that.
Oh,
deal with it. It's a fist fight. Like,
he couldn't stand.
You expect not to get hurt?
No, but I'm saying that's why he didn't protest. Sometimes when someone doesn't want to tap, they're just like, oh, thank God. No?
Well, I'm saying he shouldn't have done that. I'm saying it's a fist fight. Yes, he was in pain, obviously. Listen, if you don't have the expectation that you're going to be in pain when you get in a fist fight,
I'm not
you
saying
got
he
bad
didn't, but in that,
expectations.
I think if he's not hurt, if his leg isn't hurt, he's protesting that stoppage. If we're just
Okay.
look
All right.
right, you
Yes.
know what I mean? But
I
there were
agree.
other factors involved.
Yeah. To what this says to me, and then the fact that he let him cart him out. If they tried carting me out with an ankle injury, I would have fought someone over that. You're not putting my ass on a stretcher because I got an ankle injury. I got one other good leg, and I'm gonna hop all the way to the back. Leave me the F alone.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you
I
took
think
that
he
as a
needs to
sign
grow
of
up.
weakness.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You think he needs to grow up?
Hey, listen, it's part of growing up. In life, you have failures, you have struggles. You're going to learn from them. He probably, obviously hasn't lost a fight to this point, so he probably hasn't experienced those really hard things, and really at this point, embarrassment also, right? Because he was building himself up and he got his ass kicked by Cheeto Vera. He's probably a little bit embarrassed by that as well. Hey, that's part of it. Get up, rub some dirt on it, hop yourself to the back. Hey, you got a coach, right? Macy Barber was tough enough. She put her arm around me and Mark, and we hopped to the back. And dude, she was in so much pain. She didn't need a stretcher, right? If someone tries to stretch me, I'm gonna face shove them and get them out of my face. I'm gonna hop to the back or crawl to the back, or army crawl to. I'm gonna get to the back without a damn stretcher. That was embarrassing.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.